Hello viewers, yes, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching yours as well as my channel. And yes, many of you all keep saying we like the way ma'am starts yours as well as my channel. Yeah, I always have some particular lines which I keep using. Even when I was a student and I used to go for these debates and elocution, I had a favorite line, lend me your ears. This is from Julius Caesar, a line spoken by Mark Antony. So here also I am asking you all, lend me your ears. So I am here. Why? In my last video I had told you that I would come up with the books which are helpful for my ICSE students regarding their paper 1, that means the language paper. So for language paper, which are the books which I would advise you all to use? The first one, of course, my favorite is A Comprehensive Grammar of Current English. Yes, how do I turn it? So should I turn it in this way? No. Yeah, this way only, don't worry. I'll write down the name. I'll send you the proper picture of it. This is the get up. Okay. So A Comprehensive Grammar, I told you I'm using my selfie camera, that is why it is coming in this way. So don't worry, I'll be sending the photograph of this one. So this is my favorite, A Comprehensive Grammar of Current English. So this is always the best book. I call it the mother of English language, mother of English grammar. Why? You know, mothers are more tolerant, they are soft, tender. So this book gives you a lot of examples so that you can understand it very well. Another book which I prescribe, it is known to all of you. All of you must have been using it since your class 7, 8. Yes, which is it? Ren and Martin. When we were appearing for our ICSE, we had Ren and Martin. So we did not have this Joseph, Mayall and Biswas. If we only had it, we would have been luckier. So that time we didn't have it. Wren and Martin, yes, Wren and Martin is supposed to be the father of English language, or for ICSE and ISC, and before that for the Cambridge, senior Cambridge also. But in Wren and Martin, what I have found, I have used both of them. This one I used when my son was in ICSE and I got this book. But I found the difference is that in Wren and Martin, what you all need when you are solving your transformations, there are not so many exercises. And the examples are also quite few in comparison to this book, A Comprehensive Grammar of Current English. In comparison to this one, Wren and Martin has very few examples. And why do I go for more examples? Because examples, the more the examples are given, you understand it better. That is why you need more examples. And regarding transformation, you have many more exercises to practice in this book rather than in Wren and Martin. And for y'all, you know, your transformation from where you get your do as directed, they are very, very important. So the more you understand better, the better you will be able to solve. So that is why I advocate, my first preference is this one. But yes, in Wren and Martin, something which I like much more than in Joseph and Mayall is that chapter on phrases and clause. Phrase and clauses, or phrase and clause, whatever. So that one is really wonderful in Wren and Martin. In Wren and Martin, I have found that quite a lot of exercise in phrase and clause so that you understand it very well. Whereas in A Comprehensive Grammar of Current English, phrase and clause, it is lagging behind Wren and Martin. So for that chapter, Wren and Martin is really good. But this one is good regarding your do as directed, and the best help when you are learning your prepositions, how to solve your prepositions. This is the best book. No other book can compete with this book. So the preposition chapter, the words followed by which are the words which are the prepositions which follow a particular verb regarding that, or your verb phrase or phrasal verb regarding that, this book is too good. I will say it is unparalleled. Yes, and while working out for your workbook, I will suggest no other book than Total English. Yes, Total English is really good. Total English, mind you, when I ask my students which grammar book do you follow, many of them say Total English. See, Total English is not a textbook, it's a workbook. So textbook and workbooks are different, like your Merchant of Venice textbook and Merchant of Venice workbook. There is a great difference, because textbooks are the main thing from where you learn and workbooks are the things where you practice. So Total English is not a grammar book, it is not a textbook of grammar. Textbook of grammar is a comprehensive grammar of current English, the one which I showed you, which I am very fond of. Ren and Martin, they are your textbooks. And workbook, yes, Total English is the best workbook I have found. There are many, you will have many workbooks, but among them I always find this one very good. And Total English, of course, why? Because you have quite some examples and the practices, the practice papers are really good. Other than that, there is one Frank language paper workbook or something like this, Frank workbook regarding your language or literature. So these are workbooks, mind you. Frank is also good. And another book where not much is explained but a number of exercises are given, and it is good for you to practice from that book. Why? Because the standard is very good. Challenges before ICSE. Challenges before ICSE, I think that is the name. That is also a good one. I have given it many of the questions. I think in Do As Directed there are more than 400 questions there. So I always give it to my students to solve. So that is also indeed a very good book for practicing your grammar, because you know, in grammar the more you practice, or in whatever, in maths also you all know, the more you practice, practice makes you perfect. So for this you can practice Total English. I keep on going for one book after the other with my offline students, and once they finish most of the books which are good for class 10, then I start in class 10 only the 11 workbooks of language, so that in 10 only they, by the time they go for their boards, they might have completed one full book of Total English class 11. Yes, why? Because the more you practice, then I get question papers of different schools, the ones they had in their pre-boards or their selection, and yes, I make them solve them also. So this is to give you the idea that the more you practice. So for that, which are the books which are very helpful for your ICSE? Yes, I said first one workbook is Total English, and then the second one is Frank, and then Challenges Before ICSE. There are some more of Xavier Pinto and others, some other publications also, no problem. But regarding comprehension, yes, these are the ones which are very good, means the ones that come in your ICSE. Some of them are beyond average, that means much higher. It's no use solving too high. Why? You will solve only that type which comes in your boards, or some may be of a lower category. So always remain in the middle, as Nerissa says, because when the board frames its question papers, it is for students of all types, neither for the lower ones or the weaker ones, nor for the highly intelligent ones. They go for those type, they set papers which average students will be able to answer. By average, yes, even the higher ones can answer, the lower ones also will not find it difficult. So which are the books in language? First one, text one, is a comprehensive grammar of current English by Joseph Mayall and Biswas, and the publication is Inter-University Press. Inter-University Press. Okay, and then you know Ren and Martin, I don't need to give an introduction. Everyone knows. Your fathers will also have solved Ren and Martin. And another book which I have found useful, what? Many of you have problems in your essays, and buying any essay book from the market will not really be helpful. Why? Because you must have noticed that ICSE essays are very different from the essays that come in other boards or the essay books which you find in the market readily available, or those type of essays which come in the competitive exams. ICSE essays are very different. You won't find anything common like that. So in that case, the best book which I have found, which is completely for the ICSE students, is ICSE Essays by Dr. A.K. Mukherjee. ICSE Essays by Dr. A.K. Mukherjee. I don't have that book with me at present. Some good student had borrowed it from me and never returned. And I don't remember the name. This is what always happens to me, forget it. But I remember the name. And the publication is, I think, Calcutta Book Depot, CBD. That time it was not Kolkata, so it is CBD publication. It's really good. Actually, what the author has done is that all these years, the essays which had come in the boards, yes, he has taken all those topics and written an essay on each one of these topics, and naturally with every passing year the book is getting thicker. So yes, all of them, and every year some 5 more are being added. Not 5 more, he doesn't go for the thematic ones, but the others, like the ones debate, argumentative ones, narrative, descriptive, all of them are there. So for letters and for this one, Dr. A.K. Mukherjee's books are the best. ICSE essays, go for it, very helpful. Okay, so yes, if you have not subscribed to my channel up till now, please do, and don't forget to press the like button. I need your help, students, as you need my help. In the same way, I need your help to reach the milestone I am now pinning at. Yes, 100K, and I depend upon you. I need your help. Miles to go before I sleep. So please, please, please do subscribe to my channel. Bye for the time being and have a good time.